Become a channel member and support the content. You also get access to exclusive videos. You'll get an emote next to your name in the comments. The link for that can be found next to the subscribe button or in the description. And beat the random lottery that is FIFA points by buying the coins direct from u7buy.com. Use code TVM at checkout for a 5% discount, or if you're a new customer, get 8% discount. The link is down below. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video. We're going to do a winter upgrades video. We had the winter... Was it winter refresh? Is that what it was called? We did that yesterday. Today, just some players that I believe should get an upgrade over the coming days, weeks, and whenever they decide to do the promo. Up first, we have Gizal, if that's how you say his name. I think he used to play for Leicester, didn't he? Now at Besiktas, 73 rated. He's done well this season with 1 goal but 10 assists, 43 key passes, which is quite high, and an average match rating of 7.45, which is very high indeed. EA may overlook it because, of course, it's not in one of their favoured leagues, but it's definitely a card that I think deserves an upgrade. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a card that many people really care about, unless, of course, you are a Besiktas fan. Moving on to Tony, that's how you say it. He's had a team of the season at one point, I remember, but he's doing well this season. 23 goals in 29 games in the Championship is a very good return, with 9 assists as well as 34 key passes, average match rating 7.51. Very tough league to play consistently in, but he's doing it. Deserves to be a gold card, and for a 77 rated, that does not look half bad. But of course, again, probably only going to be one that the fans care about. Moving on to a guy that I am not even going to try and pronounce the name of, plays for a team that I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of, but either way, there it is. 10 goals in 19 games with 9 assists. That is a goal contribution every single game. Only the 20 key passes, but of course, that doesn't necessarily mean he's not playing well, because look at that average match rating, 7.76. That is huge. That is undeniably good. Again, a card no one's going to care about, but still, definitely worth a mention. Moving on to Tavernier. Celtic fans look away. From a 75 to a 79. Is that fair? Should he be 80 plus? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, but you can't deny this guy's return. 11 goals. Okay, fair enough. He does take penalties, but that doesn't matter. You've still got to score them. 9 assists, 55 tackles, and an average match rating of 7.64. Again, he plays for a team that is much stronger than the majority of the clubs within the league, so you do have to take it with a pinch of salt, but at the same time, don't take anything away from it. That is a very good return, and he definitely deserves that upgrade. Very briefly, I want to talk about a few cards, sort of off the just honourable mention kind of type cards, really. KOUYATE of Metz, centre-back, who's probably the best centre-back, or at least the best performing centre-back definitely in the league, in Europe really, with 3 tackles average a game. He has had 7 team of the weeks, and that's not cards in FIFA, but in general. Unbelievable. De Paul, definitely a player worth mentioning from Udinese. He was not meant to leave, but he was speculated. Wait, hang on, how do you say that word? Speculating. The speculation? Yeah, there we go. That he was going to leave in the summer. He didn't. A little bit more in winter, but not so much. He's still there. And he's playing really well. 5 goals, 1 assist, 4 team of the weeks, 7.47 average match rating. Moving on to Maximilian Arnold. And this, of course, is what the card could potentially look like. And it's the same for KOUYATE and De Paul as well. But with Max Arnold, he's got 2 goals, 4 assists this season. But he's been team of the week 4 times. Average match rating of 7.40. When I say team of the week, I don't mean in FIFA. I mean for that league specifically in the real world. So FIFA have ignored him, but he should have had 4 team of the weeks by now. Moving on to PAREJO, a player that, again, I'm sure most people will only care about due to fodder. And unfortunately, he's potentially going to go from an 85 to a walkout, which, again, a lot of people won't be that happy about. Oh, yeah, I got a walkout. Oh, it's Spain. Please be centre-back. Oh, it's centre-mid. And it could now be, of course, David Silva or PAREJO. And the list goes on and on and on. But 3 goals, 2 assists, 3 team of the weeks, 7.41 match rating. One of the highest rated players in La Liga. And speaking of one of the highest rated players, he could have been, but now he's in the Premier League. Right wing, Cam, don't know. Either way, James Rodriguez had a very, very good start to the season. He was plagued with a little bit of injury, but he still got 5 goals, 3 assists. He was team of the week 3 times and still has an average match rating of 7.52. Will EA acknowledge and credit what he did at the beginning half of the season? I'm not sure, but he's still up there for stats, so you can't deny that. Let's go back to the fancy looking screen. Di Maria, even though he hasn't scored that many goals this season. He still has a fair few goal contributions when you weigh up. PSG are not exactly flying at the moment. They've not really been in a great run of form, but they are still in and around the top there. So definitely worth a mention for Di Maria. 8 assists, 3 goals in 19 games, 50 key passes, but that match rating gives you some indication as to how well he's playing. 7.57. which is very high. You'll notice that a lot of players within this list have in and around the 7.4s. A couple have 7.5, but you don't get many up at this level in Europe in general, let alone in one league. And there are a fair few actually from that French league with high match ratings. So I'd be interesting to see how many EA do. Gundogan has shone in the last few weeks. Beginning half of the season, first 10 games or so, he may as well not have been there. Statistically wise, you look at it and he just didn't give a good return. But 11 goals in 16 games from that centre mid spot with 1 assist, 25 key passes, not a crazy amount, but enough, and then an average match rating of 7.35. And that goes to show how well Di Maria has done this season when you consider how well Gundogan has done in recent weeks. To get a 7.35 is impressive, but a 7.5, 7.6 is unreal. But Gundogan has had a very, very good last few weeks and has definitely lifted that average match rating, that's for sure. Moving on to Romelu Lukaku, 29 goals in 36 games, this guy, all competitions. That is very impressive. 5 assists, 47 key passes, and an average match rating of 7.5. Now, this is a player, of course, that when he was in the Premier League, a lot of people... Well, not when in the Premier League in general, but when he moved to Man United, of course, he used to get a lot of stick and didn't get anywhere near as amount of goals. Moved to Inter, and he's flying. 2 seasons on the bounce. Absolutely flying. Cannot deny that there was something not quite right there. But Inter doing very, very well. Deserves that upgrade back up to an 87. Heung-min Son. Spurs are not doing tremendously well this season. Very hot and cold. But Heung-min Son and Harry Kane actually both very consistent. 23 games, 13 goals, 6 assists, 39 key passes, and an average match rating of 7.35, which again is still very good. Just because I'm saying, 7.5, 7.6 is unbelievable. 7.35 is still very good. Anything above 7.15 and you're doing very, very well. And 7.35 for Heung-min Son just goes to show really that he is one of the top players in Europe. And I think he needs to be represented as such. I mean, he does have a high rated card already, but an 88 would not hurt anyone. Of course, it would bump up the rest of his cards, I'm sure. That's going to complete the list for another set of winter upgrades. There are plenty more to speak of. And of course, that's where you come in as well. So if you think a player deserves an upgrade, maybe you have some stats to back it up, feel free to leave it in the comments. If not, then I'll do the research myself and I'll decide whether to include it in the next video. But if you have enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.